Welcome, Mr. Shers.
My name is Alan Shers. I live at 40 Roger Williams Court. Been a resident of the town for about 25 years. I'd like to start with, I looked in the Webster Dictionary at the definition of balance. Balance is an aesthetically pleasing integration of elements. A moratorium was enacted approximately 6 months ago to review regulations regarding large retail development. Hundreds of hours have been spent by varied town committees and boards appointed by the town to review and give opinions on the subject. The town planner and assistant planner have spent hours. The culmination is the PUD amendment for your enactment recommended by the planning board. I'd like to note the ad hoc committee held 4 multiple-hour meetings. Members were heads of zoning, planning, design review, town center, economic development, building inspection. Out of those meetings, no cap size was endorsed. The design review held 1 meeting. Out of that meeting, no cap size was endorsed. The economic development committee has met. No cap size was endorsed. The 6 landowners that would be affected primarily if a cap size was enacted naturally are against it. Now, the PUD amendment endorsed by the planning board protects best all interests. By a site-specific PUD application, there is no arbitrary number. There are sites that can't accommodate by soil content, topography, or infrastructure, possibly individual buildings over 10,000 square feet. And then there are others that with well-thought-out design plans sensitive to town desires arrive at large retail buildings. Now, I've been at, I believe, every meeting that's been held except the charade. I didn't go to that. As far as, excuse me, one of the comments has been that we are a rural community. We are a suburban town. Our population is similar to Middletown. We have more K through 8th graders than Middletown or Newport. The comp plan, I've heard, that retail, we want to stop large retail. I was on that original comp plan. Our thoughts were we wanted to stop mall development like Seekonk or Swansea. That's what the thought was. On taxes, I've heard tonight about that it doesn't help the tax base by having a large development. The Middletown Plaza that was put up there generates right now about $320,000 a year in real estate taxes. Where that goes into the town coffers, I don't know, because I can't trace it. I don't think anybody in the towns can. But that's net dollars from one store of that size going into a town's coffers. Oh yes, and the Home Depot that's in Middletown, that employs approximately 150 people, of which about 70% are full-time and the others are part-time. On police and fire, it's going to add a...
Excuse me, folks, please. Thank you.
On police and fire, it's going to not add another policeman or fireman to the mix here in the town. I did a study, which I think I did send out or put in the mailboxes to everybody, from my study that was done, that Middletown has not found that they had to add an additional policeman or fireman for the development. On traffic, it's stated that we're going to all of a sudden have these big traffic jams in the town. The regulations in the PUD states that there has to be at least a D rating or greater. So that has to be, there has to be a protection there. It's going to change our rural look. Yes, we have scenic views, especially along the East Main Road. But please visualize realistically what the West Main Road around Stringham Road to Route 24 looks like today as you travel in your vehicle. Discourages small independent stores from developing in the town. They haven't been discouraged in the last 10 years in what's here. Anchors are needed. The clock tower was described over here as something that is desirable. The clock tower is in receivership. The guy can't make his payments. That's what it is. That's realistic. Okay, now, we've also heard that the residential people should be protected first. No, 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 no. Please, all citizens have rights. All property owners have rights. I've heard the good for the many against the good for the few. This sounds like the preamble of confiscation without remuneration, which I believe is still against the law.